This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with Head Stuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.
Hi, I'm Gearoid.
And I'm Niamh Kavanagh.
And you're listening to Agony Rants.
It's as well I'm here to remind you, aren't I?
I don't know, Niamh. I swear to God, I forget my name. My name. One of the
say
more
my name,
simple
say
things.
my name. Or, what's my name?
Niamh, you should record that.
What? Say my name. Oh, do you think?
I do. I think Niamh's 90s.
Niamh's 90s has a ring.
It has a ring, Niamh. I think it would be fantastic.
Niamh's 90s.
Yeah.
I'd be a shoe-in for that, 90s festival situation.
Yes. You could do like
Which I haven't been asked to do yet.
Bewitched. Say let be. Say you will. Say you won't.
I don't know if I can
Yeah,
pull off.
Niamh, no, Bewitched. You'd be brilliant. Do you know what I don't understand? I'm furious on Bewitch's behalf.
Right, which is?
Bewitched. Bewitched. Bewitches.
Bewitched.
Bewitched's behalf.
Okay, go on.
Why aren't they playing the Three Arena?
Oh, I don't know.
All these other 90s bands come back and they all get like these big, like five.
Yeah, but maybe they don't want to.
God, Niamh, come on. Of course
I
they
don't
want to.
know. I don't know if I'd want to go back to double denim. It's not a thing.
Niamh. This Bewitched.
I know.
Samantha
Amazing.
Mumba and Bewitched should do a joint Three Arena and everyone should get behind it.
I agree.
Yeah. That's what should happen, Niamh.
Okay, well, you make that happen.
I'm
then.
furious because all the lads are doing these big tours. 5. Nobody gives a fuck about 5.
I know.
Slam, dunk, the funk.
Are all
No.
5 of them back in?
Yeah, all 5 of them are back in.
Oh, there.
Jay. Do you remember Jay?
Jay McGuinness.
What?
Jay, as in from, he's the wanted. Sorry, wrong one.
No, Jay he was the one that didn't go back. He was when they were 5, but they were 4 IVE.
Okay, I'll be
And then
honest
they
with
went
you.
to
That's
3
advanced
IVE.
knowledge.
Yeah,
Treve.
3, yeah.
That's more like
It was getting embarrassing.
thrive.
Yeah.
Treve.
It was getting embarrassing because but anyway, they're all back now and they're doing the
4.
Three Arena. But what I'm saying is, Bewitched should be in the Three Arena.
I agree.
They're Irish.
Irish.
Let's get behind them.
Irish.
I know that does sound a bit alt-right, like I'm like, get behind our own. But, I didn't mean to correlate the alt-right and Bewitched. But we are where we are, Niamh, as I say. We are where we are.
Of all the things I thought we'd be talking about today, I didn't think it was going to be that.
I know. Well, I'm angry, Niamh, because that's
I know you
told
are.
me.
I might divert you with a little thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, at this point, we could be living in bunkers by the time we're listening to this.
I can't go to war. I'm too pretty for the front line.
I know.
I am.
You're definitely the tight
I'm
end.
all I want is, listen, I will join the army, but I want to be in entertainment.
You want to be part of the rear guard.
Exactly. Send me out to the ships to sing Boogie Woogie Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy.
We can't do that anymore.
Why?
Because first of all, you can't say it. And second of all, I think you can make
You say
your
I
own.
can't sing,
You
I
don't-
will.
No, I didn't say that. I said you couldn't say it. You couldn't say Boogie
say it,
Woogie
yeah.
Bugle Boy Company B.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm entertainment or perhaps catering.
I just want to say,
catering.
if we were sending people out to entertain the troops now, it wouldn't be Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. That has no relevance for modern day
what would it
warfare.
be?
I don't know. Tanks and stuff. You could do 19. I don't know.
Me and Stephen do like training season.
Eminem, lose yourself. I don't know. I don't.
Niamh,
You could go and do. Yes,
I
you and
can't
Stephen.
rap, Niamh. I can't rap.
I would pay money for that.
I can't. No, I'm not. I'll be honest. I have a reasonable lack of self-awareness that has got me to where I am. But what that doesn't include is that I think I can rap because I'm 100% certain I can't.
I don't know. I always thought In Your Eyes would be improved by a little rap section.
In your motherfucking ass, yo. No, I can't.
I can't believe we're being this lighthearted about possible war.
I know.
I know, it's so weird.
I just hope they don't round up the gays again.
What do you mean?
Well, they did in World War II.
Oh, to do what?
Well, they put them in camps, didn't they?
Okay.
Now, I'll be honest. If I had to be in camps with people, I would choose the gays.
Yeah, I know.
I would. I'd imagine before they were put in the ovens, those gays had a good time.
Yeah, I know. And might have been tidier.
Exactly.
That's a little bit typecasting. I understand that. That's
No,
not
but
true.
I'm sorry. If you've got to live, if you've got to live with a group of people, a lot of people are gay men. I think it would be very boundaries. I think we'd have quiet time. There'd be group meditations.
Quiet
There'd be a
time.
dark room in the corner. It'd be like
I'd say
there'd be
quiet.
something for everyone.
I'm not 100% sure it'd be that quiet. Especially if our Paul from last week is on.
We shouldn't joke because it could happen, Niamh.
It could happen.
It could happen.
It could happen. Yeah. I know. It could be happening right now. You and I could be here forever.
Oh my God, because we're recording this in advance. I just think, how did this happen? Do you know what this is?
We went from
we went from being
a reasonably sensible people to what the hell is going on?
Yeah, we went from the world being excited about the Frasier reboot. Like that was
That's exactly
like a couple of years ago. That's when we were like, Frasier's coming back.
Isn't that amazing?
And now
I mean, to be fair, that wasn't successful.
it wasn't successful. Niamh. But you know he got 20 million
course
an
he did.
episode.
What?
An episode.
For what?
No, I think I'm wrong.
That's not. Nobody's ever got 20 million an
No,
episode.
I think he got 2 million an episode. I think that's
Now,
wrong.
2 million, yeah. That
Yeah.
because the guys from Friends, at their height, were getting 1 million an episode.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know.
2 million an episode. Imagine that.
Here, what about that guy or woman? We don't know because we're obviously pre-recording. 250 million euro. That's too much money to win.
Do you know what happened to me?
What? Did you? It's
I
due.
oh my God, Niamh.
Did you buy a ticket and
Do you think
Coke?
I'd be here if it was me?
I would hope so.
Niamh, I'm sorry, I've my limits. Well, I mean, I'd still be with you,
I don't
but
know.
we'd be somewhere nice.
I feel okay. Well,
Yeah, we'd be over in Camille. Buy a curry.
thanks.
But like, I went to Castlebar to do a show, right? Oh my God, I went to Castlebar. My car broke down on the way to Castlebar,
No,
right?
that's stressful.
And do you know what happened to me? I completely forgot to tell you this. So I was on my way to Castlebar and I was on the phone to my boyfriend, and while I was on the phone, my car just started to make this funny noise and it started to shake, and I was like, oh shit, what's going on?
Oh, no.
And I had to be on stage at 8 o'clock because
Oh,
it was
no.
a gala thing for Cat
was this
Lass
like-
in Castlebar.
Was this like 7:45?
And no, this was around 4:30.
I know. And
So
you
it's-
and I, we time our times. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh God. So I had to call into a garage. Now, I stopped off at a garage in Longford, a fantastic garage, right?
Okay.
They, like to say, they saved my life,
No,
right?
I know.
Now, but when I stopped off, I pulled up, they were like, we'll have a look. And when I went in, there was a lot of flurry. It was the first time I ever felt
Flurry?
a bit of a celebrity.
Oh,
right?
I thought it was McDonald's you went into there.
No, they'd watched Dancing with the Stars.
Oh,
And they
oh.
were like, oh, you're on. And I was like, oh, thank you very much. They were like, don't worry now, Gearoid, we'll get you on the road. You know, go. And I thought, oh, this is a real celeb treatment until
You got the bill?
Declan Nerney drove in.
Oh, no. No. In Longford.
He drove in his van with like Declan Nerney Hooley written on the
Right,
side of it.
blown out.
Oh, listen.
Whether
I
he was in
didn't
the van
care
or not.
whether I lived or died.
I'll be honest, was Declan in the van? Because
He was.
I was a bit surprised
He
about
was.
that.
He drove the van in himself and he was like, it's making a funny noise. Well, I was dropped like a hot snot leaf. I got a photograph of him and everything. I sent it to Una Healy.
To be honest, there'd be very few people who would be surpassed by Declan Nerney in Longford.
I bow to the man. I bow to the man. He's a gent. We did a lovely time.
Of course
yeah,
you
we did a
did.
really nice chat.
Is he doing Dancing with the Stars this year then?
I think he should. I think,
think he should be great.
Now, I did then have to spend €175 getting a taxi from Longford to Ennis, which I was not happy about, but it had to be done.
It had to be done because you got to get there.
At a gig.
And so what happened afterwards? How'd you get back?
I got a lift. Alison Spittle's mother. Alison Spittle's mother drove me to Longford.
Because
She
she got nothing else to do.
Well, she was there. She was there. So it was me.
she was at the
and
gig,
It was
okay.
me.
She
Alison
didn't just
Spittle,
randomly come and get you.
Me, Alison Spittle, and Deirdre O'Kane.
Okay.
We're all in the car and then Alison, because I think Deirdre thought she could get a lift with me, but unfortunately,
She decided to stay with Alison Spittle's mum.
very uncelebrity, because then Alison Spittle and Deirdre O'Kane had to get a bus from Longford back to Dublin, and I had to go and get my car.
That's hilarious.
It was grim, Niamh. Anyway, but while all this was happening, right, I bought myself a lottery ticket.
Oh,
A lottery ticket for the Euro Millions
okay.
on the way down. Because I was like, I've had bad luck. Maybe there'll be some good luck. And then I got home and they were like, there's been a Euro Millions winner in Castlebar. Ticket bought in Castlebar. And I was like, this is me. And I was about to go on stage and everything in, where was I?
I was going to say, did you not buy it in Longford?
No, I bought it in Castlebar.
Oh, you bought it in
when I got to
Castlebar.
Castlebar. Yeah. And I was like, this is me. Because I was about to go on stage in Lisbon with Joanne. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to walk out of here. I'm going to throw my phone in a river. And I'm going to live the high life. But it wasn't me, so.
No. And actually,
I just think I'd be a really good, wealthy person.
I think it wouldn't change you much.
No. I mean, it wouldn't change me as a person, but my actual surroundings.
I mean, there would definitely be signs.
Unrecognizable.
As they say, you know the way you get those kind of memes? Yeah. There would be signs.
Oh, there would be signs. Niamh. There would be signs. I would never be heard of again.
No.
My Instagram feed every so often would just be like white sands or a cocktail. Yeah.
Is that the only indication of life I would have? A little proof of life every now and then. That's all I'd need.
Oh, I'd open this phone maybe twice a week, reply to all my texts, and then I'd go back to my real phone.
Surely.
Where I'd communicate with all my new friends.
Surely.
Like Jeff Bezos.
Surely you would have people for that phone.
Yeah, like Jeff Bezos. And who else would be my friend?
Oh, Jeff Bezos is a pain in the arse. You don't want him.
No, but I'd be like, come on, cop on.
Elon, really?
Elon, no.
He's a bit worrying.
No, if I ever met Elon, I'd go, what's going on with the Tesla?
It's too much ketamine.
It's a lot of ketamine. But the Tesla is one of the most hideous cars.
looking car. Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like it looks okay.
It looks ugly.
But the door handles are ridiculous.
I'll be honest with you, I haven't tested them out much.
They're absolutely ridiculous. I was away and I was in an Uber a few times in Teslas. They're the most basic looking car, and then they've got this big iPad.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Yeah, I know.
I'd text Elon and go, what's going on with the Tesla? Come on, fix it. Make it look like a Qashqai. People love Qashqais.
What car do you have at the
I have
moment?
a Qashqai.
Okay. Do you know,
I bought it for the height.
I've never. I am 11 years older than you, and I have not bought a car for the height yet.
I like it for the height, too.
When that day comes,
Yeah.
when I go, oh, this one's automatic and it's got a good height.
It's good height.
That's going to be a good day.
I like the height. Who else would be my friend? I like rich friends.
Well, obviously musicians.
Yeah.
You know all those 90s people you love, they'll all be great friends with you.
Oh, I'd put on a night. I'd put on a night in the Three Arena. I'd be on to Bewitched and go, listen, we're doing the Three Arena. It's on me, girls.
I'd say Bewitched.
It's on me.
They're probably the most disappointed you didn't win that money.
Call Lee Cooper and just ask them for the best jeans they have. They're on me, girls. On me. What else would I do? Like, if I had that money, I mean, my house would be incredible.
It would be.
There would be
not
no
that I'd ever
expense
see
spared.
it, but you know.
There would be no expense spared, Niamh.
Really?
All my plants would be live.
Oh, yeah,
for
but
a start.
you would have people for that. I mean,
I would. I'd have a gardener.
The right gardener.
Yeah. That guy from Desperate Housewives, that wears the dungarees with
No,
no
I know.
top.
I know.
Delicious.
I mean, he's not as young as he was, though.
No, I think he's dead. Didn't he die?
No, he didn't die.
Did he not die?
That I know
Just
of.
career-wise?
No, I think I've seen him in a Hallmark.
Oh, okay. Oh, dear.
Same thing.
That's sad. That's sad. Niamh, but we're not here to talk about the career of...
That's true, but I need to tell you a
Disco
little
tits.
story first of all.
Oh.
I had an experience recently.
Niamh's coming to the table.
I know. Well, to be fair, I often have stories, but I don't often get to fit them in. Anyway.
They're very long, Niamh.
No, but this is a really interesting story.
Go on. Hit me.
My friend rang me distraught one day and sent me this photograph, which she said, oh my God, this is going on out my back garden.
Oh.
She sent me a photo and then she asked ChatGPT or whatever it is, right? What is this? And it turns out it's a baby rat. So the baby rats got very excitable and started playing out the back, right? So she counted up to 4.
Oh, God.
Right? And I was like, she said, I don't know what to do. I don't even want to go out. And our dog wasn't taking any notice and all this sort of stuff. So I said to her, you just got to get rid of them. That's it. Whatever way you have to. I said, because if there's baby rats,
there's big rats.
there's big rats. And
Big
you
rats
do
riding.
know. And this time of the year, not so bad. But once it gets cold, They're going to come. They're going to come for you.
And rats can kill a dog.
They can do lots of things.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's like a swan can break your arm. I'm not sure if that's... Anyway, moving on.
Okay. I'm
Sorry.
nearly sure a swan could break your arm because they're strong.
Is that just because we've been told?
I don't know. There's a lot of things we've been told. You know what I mean?
Go on, rats.
So anyway, so here we are with the rats, right? And so I'm saying you have to get rid of them. That's it. You know, bring an exterminator, get traps, poison, whatever. You just got to do it till they stop, right? And anyway, she decided she had to get humane traps because obviously now she's starting to name them because they're baby rats.
See, I'd be exactly the same.
No. Now listen, I am all for looking after Mother Nature.
Paul, Frieda, Linda and Gary.
You have them already named.
Of course.
Okay. She hadn't sexed them at this point, right? Let's be honest.
And she shouldn't.
No. So anyway, she got these humane traps and she put them in.
Illegal.
And then this day I was standing and I have my phone on silent a lot, as you know.
Yes.
Right? And I'd missed 2 calls and about 4 texts from her. Niamh, I need you. And I rang her back because I thought someone was dead. But it turns out there was a rat in the trap. And I said to her, she says, what'll I do? What'll I do? And I says, well, you got to get rid of it. You got to take it away. I said, and you got to take it far away because it'll find its way
It'll
back.
home.
Yeah. I said, so, you know, I think the preferred, when I Googled it, it said 3 miles, right? You got to take them 3 miles away. I said, there you go. I said, you got to take it away. And she says, I'm not taking it away. We are taking it away. So I had to leave my house. I had to leave my house like Thelma and Louise to go down and collect her with the rat
Niamh.
in the trap.
No.
And it smelled like curry. And I brought it out to the field and I took a video of her releasing this. And she was talking to it. And then we had to do that 3 more times. She got very brave by the end of it. She got the last one. But we were like Thelma and Louise getting away with the rat.
Niamh. I'm sorry now.
I don't know why that became...
Aretha Franklin.
I think Aretha Franklin did whatever she wanted.
Aretha Franklin.
I'd like to think that
would
Aretha Franklin...
end up in a car with a rat in a trap and a woman clearly having a mental health crisis.
She was very concerned about it. But I have to say, you know, I'd like to think that Aretha Franklin looked after her friends. She gave
them money and she sent their kids to fancy schools.
I know. I helped my friend.
She didn't release a rat into the wild.
To be fair, I didn't do that, but I was just driving the getaway car
And when
in case they tried to follow us.
See, the coldness to you. I know you probably backed over as soon as they go.
No.
So, how do the humane traps work?
Well, apparently, she put peanut butter and walnuts into this, and so they go in
gorgeous.
and they can't get back out. What?
Gorgeous.
I know. I was thinking that would be nice myself. I said, you got to keep putting them down until you no longer get.
So it's just something that goes into it and they can't get out.
They can't get out. Yeah.
Oh God.
So they just eat everything.
Because you remember there was those humane traps that the mice would stick to it.
Oh yeah, that's so.
Yeah, and then they'd eat their own leg off.
Yeah.
It's like, do you know what? It's not that humane.
It'd be better just to kill them.
If you go find a leg and you know out there's some poor mouse with a bleeding stump, it doesn't scream humane.
There was one that she didn't close just right, and as she went to lift it out, it jumped out at her. That was a bit of a moment. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Did she get the mammy and daddy or just the babies?
No, just the babies, and no sign of the mammy and daddy yet. But I keep telling her to leave those traps down.
Yeah.
And, you know, she thinks it's done because she caught her, you know.
They might need to be bigger traps.
The beetles. They need to be big. They were decent size considering they were babies, I'm not going to lie. Anyway,
Would you get a full-size rat into it?
I have no idea. I wasn't, you know, I don't know. I just put poison down.
I despair of this, I really do.
But I felt like I had done something for my friend there.
You had, Niamh, and she owes you big time. I am on tour.
Are you, Gearoid?
It's the final dates of my Gearoid Rage tour, and then I'm not on tour.
I feel like I'm
for
living Groundhog Day.
a very long time.
Because it feels like you've said this before.
I know. Yeah, it's nearly done. I will be in the Mail Theatre in Dundrum on the 27th. Mm-hmm. And then I will be in Aontha's Theatre.
Oh yeah, Castleblaney.
In Castleblaney, which I'm very much looking forward to. And then I'll be the Abbey Tavern in Howth. That's the 5th and 6th of July. Yeah, have you ever played there? They've redone it. It's fab.
Yeah.
That's my second Abbey Tavern. I did one previously a couple of weeks ago and it was fab crack.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah.
I will then be in The Civic in Tala.
Oh, lovely.
Civic in Tala. I will be in the Lark in Balbriggan. That's the 18th and the 20th of July. I will be doing new material in the Ruby Rooms in Galway on the 17th. That will be bits from my new show.
Well, 17th of July.
Yeah, it's a lunchtime gig. Now, to say the best of luck with that because I have not a jot.
Okay.
But I'll have a show with them, Niamh. I'm not worried.
I'll give you some notes when we're leaving.
Yes, I'll be at the Assembly Festival, the Assembly Rooms for the Edinburgh Fringe with a show called No Pressure. Again, no material for it. But look.
We are where we are.
Take a punch, we are where we are. Tickets for all my shows at recordfarley.com.
I feel that should be our next show. We are where we are.
We are where we are, Niamh. We are where we are. I make no apologies. We are pausing for a moment to remind you that Agony Rants is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network. Niamh.
I love when you say
Podcast
that.
Network, I know.
Because then I don't have to say it.
Rolls off the tongue, and Niamh still doesn't even know who she works for.
I do, I just can't say it.
If you would like to... If you would like to support the show, you can do so for as little as €5 per calendar month.
I know.
And you can do that by going to headstuffpodcast.com and joining Headstuff Plus, which is a support structure for us, your wonderful podcasters. And in return for your €5 or more per month...
I mean, you can volunteer more.
You can volunteer much more, Niamh. Hundreds of euro. Hundreds. I
can't see it.
None of us is holding our breath.
I mean, we're worth it.
We're worth it.
Clearly.
Clearly, people don't feel the need to pay more than the bare minimum. And some who are listening don't even pay that.
None. But we love they listen.
We love that you listen, of course. And if you would like to support the show, you will get in return for that bonus content from us, which is Vintage Rants, which comes out every single 2 weeks. And you will also get bonus content from all of the other shows on the Head Stuff Podcast Network, including the show that we are cross-promoting this week, which is... But Niamh, it's not the very, very obvious problems that you clearly have in your life that we're here. That's not the reason we're here. We're here to solve the listeners' problems. And we have some problems here.
Okay.
Niamh, do you want to read the first one?
I'll read the first one. Okay. Dear Niamh and Gearoid, firstly, I'm a new listener and a massive fan.
You're very welcome.
Niamh, you are incredible. And Gearoid is right. We want new music. You are the GOAT. Greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my problem, no mention of you other than
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Well, you're right. I mean, we like to hear we're right, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so well, here it is. My partner recently went vegan and I'm really struggling with it. I respect their reasons. It's about animal welfare, the environment and health, but it's honestly made things quite hard between us. Food used to be a big part of our relationship. We'd cook together, try new restaurants, and just enjoy eating the same meals. Now I feel we're on completely different pages. We rarely eat the same food anymore, and when we do, it's always a vegan version of something I used to enjoy. I've tried to be supportive. I've cooked vegan meals, and I'm open to trying new things, but I don't want to give up the food I like either. Either.
Either, Jane.
Okay. The problem is I'm starting to feel judged. They say they don't care if I still eat meat, but I get comments or looks that suggest otherwise. It's making me feel guilty for eating the way I always have. I don't want food to become a constant point of tension, but that's where we're heading. I care about them a lot, but I'm worried this is creating a real divide. Is there any way to make this work without either of us resenting the other? Thanks. And she says her name, but doesn't want to use it.
Okay, well, that's straight away a red flag.
I know. Don't read that last bit.
Is there a way, let me see this, is there a way to make this work without either of us resenting the other? Yeah. You make it work without either of us resenting the other.
Yeah, you stop making an issue.
That's the answer to that. Yeah. I would say, if you don't cook, you eat what you're given.
I was going to say, take what you're given.
Right?
Yeah.
If you want meat, start cooking it yourself.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to be vegan, that is their business. And it's not, they want to be vegan. You don't have to jump in with that.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you don't. And the problem is that this person is missing meat, trying to do the good thing, and annoyed because you're still eating meat. But that's their decision.
Yeah, but that's not always the root of it now, to be fair. Sometimes you're vegan because you've decided to be contributing to animal welfare. But
yeah.
this is a little bit like somebody converting to Christianity.
And expecting everyone to say grace.
Yeah, exactly right. So there's an element of, it's either going to be, if it's a deal breaker, it depends what your deal breaker is, as I say. If it's either going to be the deal breaker for them, if they don't want you to be eating meat. If they say that it's okay that you eat meat, that's fine. But otherwise, I would just say to you, if it's a deal breaker, that could separate you. But the only way you're going to discover that is if you're actually both brutally honest with each other.
Yeah. The reason this is going on is because you haven't said it's annoying you.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine that it would continue if you went, hang on a second, pal.
And I also think you might be just maybe projecting the judgment on.
Yeah.
Maybe you're feeling judged, but maybe there's no judgment coming from them.
That could be true.
So a conversation will change that.
Yeah, you need to have a conversation.
I'm not saying that they're not giving you those vibes, but the thing is, until you say, then, so.
The other thing is, you cannot expect somebody that's trying to be vegan to cook you meat.
No.
That's unfair.
No, you can't be doing that.
Yeah.
And it's really difficult because obviously your core belief is going to come from that. It's quite difficult. But there are ways around it if you really love each other. It's just, it takes a lot of work from both of you. I mean, this is a core belief thing.
It is a core belief
thing. It is.
Yeah.
And it's a really important thing.
I have tried for a long time to give up meat.
Would you say vegetarian rather than vegan?
I'll be vegetarian, yeah.
Yeah.
But I did this thing of giving up a particular type of meat a year.
Okay. So what are we down to now?
Well,
what's the last holdout?
Oh, now I'm just chicken.
Okay.
But I had relapsed seriously. Like, I was eating like sausages and rashers and everything. But when I was in Barcelona, I recommitted myself because what happened was I was in this restaurant, a very nice restaurant that I go to quite a bit when I'm there, called Cerveceria Catalana.
Wow.
Delicious. But
in Catalonia,
somebody ordered a suckling pig.
Oh, okay.
And they brought out like a small pig.
Yeah.
All carved up, cooked.
Yeah.
And the back paws.
Trotters.
They were kind of curled.
Yeah.
The way my darling daughter Boots curls her back paws, which is the most adorable thing she does. And I saw that and I was like, I am totally done. And I like the idea of even eating meat now would just turn my stomach. I can't.
At all?
I've eaten chicken, but nothing else. I couldn't even.
So it's okay to eat the birds?
If it's on two legs and thick.
Fair enough.
It's fine. Chicken, turkey, but like as regards anything else. I actually think I'd be sick if I ate it.
Okay.
It just had this weird, violent reaction when I saw it.
When you see the actual.
Yeah, and I'm glad for it. I'm actually glad for it because I've been trying for ages and I've been like falling off the wagon and everything. But my God, when I saw that, I was like,
I know. I would really, really struggle to give up a rasher.
I know, yeah. If you love them, you love them.
I love lamb.
Yeah.
And I see the little lambs out in the field and I think they're gorgeous. But I do not equate that to what's sitting on my plate.
Do you remember Dorina Allen used to do that?
Yeah.
She'd always like, spring is here and she'd have a little lovely lamb under her arm. And
next
she'd have a cleaver.
It's like a rack.
This is very...
But I read somewhere like vegans, sometimes they don't even wear wool. Which I'm not unsure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that because to be fair, taking the wool off a sheep is not a bad thing.
No, it's not. They need it, don't they?
Not all the time.
Well, I think it's about slavery.
They do. Oh.
Like it's that, that all the sheep are being enslaved
they're
for days
beholden.
because the mass produced.
So do they think everything that they wear and everything they have in their lives is completely and utterly only done from man-made things?
Yeah.
God. I don't know how helpful this is to our listener, though.
I don't care. She seems...
That's
she seems beyond help, to be honest.
No.
I think what she needs to do is she needs to go, listen, I live here too.
Seems a bit
I'm
aggressive.
sick of lentils.
Now, lentils don't agree with everybody.
Do you know what I will say
or
about
legumes.
Lentils? What's her face?
Okay, you want to narrow that down a bit?
The cook, the chef.
Okay.
She's a bit hoity-toity. What's her name?
There's a lot of chefs.
Lazy.
Lazy?
She's like, I put a pint of cream in with this and it's delicious.
Is she young?
It's a pint of cream and a...
Is she young?
And a biscuit.
Oh, Nigella.
Nigella Lawson.
You mean when she did avocado toast as a recipe?
Yeah. It's not a recipe, Nigella.
Hello.
Get over it.
Come on.
We don't need a photograph of an avocado just for no reason in your book. Nigella. So, I heard a story about her.
Just the one?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's loads of stories about Nigella.
Heard a gossipy story.
Come on then.
I'll tell you that later. But Nigella has an incredible recipe for a vegan spaghetti bolognese. And I've made it a few times.
Do you know what's really funny? You totally degraded that poor woman and now you've told her recipe's amazing.
Yeah.
Was there cream involved?
You can separate the person from the work.
To be fair, a lot
Do
of
I still dance to Bad by Michael Jackson? Yes, I do.
recipes do work, to be fair. But
Yeah, they do. Oh no, her vegan spaghetti bolognese, it tastes like meat.
yeah.
It's really like,
Well, you got to get, but then you got to be getting that taste from something.
yeah. She puts a lot of, I can't remember what's in it. There's something in it that gives it that umami, as they say.
Umami.
Oh, I know what it is. It's porcini mushrooms.
Oh, porcini.
She steeps them and then puts the water. Like, it's delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it does. That's a good one. But I think what's important is that if she is committed to meat, she should be committed to meat.
Yeah.
Right? I think you made a good point.
And if the partner isn't, but I think it's very difficult sometimes.
It's in her head. She feels like she's a bad person.
You need to have you need to have a very frank conversation.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, it may be a deal breaker. And it may create a problem, because I totally get where she's coming from. She's saying that, a lot of the activities are done around food, and all our lives a lot of it is done around
completely.
food.
Well, particularly in a long-term relationship where 6 hours of your day is what are we having for dinner?
Yeah, I know. And
as much as you want to kill yourself because you're having the conversation, it's just that's the conversation.
I love it. I love in the morning when I say to Paul, I know you're going to hate this question, but I'm going to have to ask the question because you're going to have opinion about it later, and it's too late to tell me later. What do you want for your dinner? Oh, I can't answer that because I've just had my breakfast. Right? That is a regular conversation for us 26 years later.
When somebody says to me, what do you want for dinner? If they say that to me before 2:00, I'm like, what I want is a bit of peace.
Now, do you eat fish?
Yes.
So pescatarian.
Yeah. Like I said, thick. It has to have 4 legs and be smart.
Okay. No offense. Right. Okay. In general, I was going to say this. I'm nearly sure fish don't have feet. But anyway.
Yeah. Fish. No, I don't.
We don't know that they're thick. That's a very unfair.
They're not smart.
Why?
Well, they don't really make an effort.
Okay.
They
just swim all the time.
I know, yeah. It's just swimming
stay
side
alive
to side.
underwater all the time.
Like, come on. But will I give up? No, I don't think I'll give up fish.
No.
But I just anything with 4 legs now is just
okay. Well, I get it.
Can't do it.
You feel it has a face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fish have face, but it's another face.
I just think it's easier. Maybe vegetarian, vegan is very much a whole. It's almost like a. Religion is the wrong word, but it's a complete basic.
It's an ethos.
It's a basic tenet in your life that you really believe. So I think it can be difficult to be with someone who doesn't quite get the same idea of it. You need to show respect for it, though. Very important.
Yeah, respect for both sides.
Yeah, but and so do they. But realistically,
you can't get respect without having the conversation.
Oh, the conversation is key.
Yeah,
and if you feel judged, then say, I'm feeling a little bit judged here. It's okay to say it, not when you're angry, but I think it's a good conversation. We have another problem.
Let's read the problem 3. Hi, Niamh and Gearoid. First off, I love the podcast. It's like free therapy with extra cackling, and I'm here for it. So here's my dilemma.
Free therapy, not if you subscribe.
It can be cheap therapy.
Sorry, never missed genuine opportunity.
Well done, Niamh. Well done. She's business brained. So here's my dilemma. I've been dating somebody for a few months now, and they're honestly great, kind, funny, generous, all the good stuff. The catch?
Okay.
They're loaded.
That's a catch.
I'm sorry. Don't you come at me with your gold shoes being too tight, because I will kick off.
Come on then.
They're loaded. Like proper old money, don't blink at a bill, loaded.
Okay.
At first it was nice. They'd pick up the tab when we went out, treat us to lovely meals, that sort of thing. But now it's all the time. Fancy restaurants, weekends away, expensive gifts. And I feel out of my depth. I can't afford to match it, and not even close. And I've started feeling really, really guilty, even though they say they're happy to do it. I've offered to pay for smaller things or do little gestures, but they always wave it off. I don't want to seem ungrateful or make it weird, but I also don't want to end up in some strange financial power dynamic where I feel like a charity case. It's messing with my head a bit. Is this my own insecurity, or is it fair to be concerned? How do you navigate something like this without killing the vibe or making it awkward? Thanks so much, Marissa. Okay,
I would say there's a couple of things to be said here. First of all, most of us reading this are going, class.
Give me a break.
That's a first world problem right there.
Yeah.
But I completely get it, right? And this doesn't, they don't have to be minted for this. When there's not parity financially in a relationship, it can be difficult.
Yes.
And I don't care what anybody, if it's not parity in lots of things, and there isn't parity in everything that you have, and so different people to bring different things to relationships.
Yeah.
So you have to always bear that in mind. This person has come from money. So money's never been an issue.
Yes.
Chances are, if they've come from money, they've never had to worry about where that money's coming from.
Yes.
So they're used to that
Excellent
mindset.
point.
They're used to that mindset. So they're not necessarily thinking that you're the human sponge.
Okay.
Okay. I think if you went in asking for stuff, that's a different conversation.
Yes.
At times in my career, when I maybe was not earning as much as I could be, there were times where I didn't have the same, input. Because obviously being self-employed, you had moments where you were very well off and then less well off and stuff. And so you had moments where maybe your partner had to pull the weight a bit. So at the end of the day, it's really down to what you're bringing to the relationship here.
Yes.
Okay. So
is this just checking now? It's dating for a few months. Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
I think you're still in the
Early
honeymoon
doors.
phase. It's fine. I completely get it. It's nice that you're saying to them you don't want to take advantage. And so, like we said to the previous one, maybe a conversation about that. But let me tell you, this person comes from money. Money is no object. Recognizes that not everybody has that kind of money, which is a very, very good thing. They come from money, right? And so they're used to it. And if they're not saying to you or giving you the dagger saying, what have you done for me lately? Right?
Yeah.
I think you don't need to overthink this. I completely get it though. I completely get why you would be worried about it. Because let's be honest, there are moments. Now, to be fair, what you could do, me and my friend, we have an account. We have a card, right? It must have been a previous card that you had.
Yeah, yeah.
And we throw money on it every month, right? We do it for our walks and things. But every cup of coffee we buy, everything comes out of that. So we throw a few bob into it. Now, you can't be expected to do that at the same level as this other person. And nor I'm asking you to do a joint account. What I'm saying is there are probably things that you can do. But it doesn't have to have parity because you don't come from the same group. And to be honest, if your prejudice against this comes into play, then that's probably more on you than them.
I think that what you could do is this is not something you should be discussing all the time. This is one conversation.
One conversation.
And you can make it really clear how you feel about it.
Yeah.
But the barriers you will come up against are if they are wealthy, they probably have expensive taste.
Yeah.
So things like restaurants and all of that sort of stuff, they will want.
They want to live at that level.
Yeah, they go. They probably don't want to dial things down, and that's fair enough.
Yeah.
The way that I can relate to this is I would sometimes tour with friends, right? So I just did a tour with Joanne.
Yeah.
So I'm working for her.
Yeah, of course.
For that couple of weeks, but she is my friend. So if I go for coffee with Joanne or dinner with Joanne,
you split.
We split the bill.
Yeah, sure.
She revolutes me half, I revolute her half, whatever way.
Whatever way you want to do it. Yeah.
But when I'm working for her, I had to get used to going, no, this is footing the bill here because it
takes a shift.
It's a shift in a dynamic. But you have to kind of have that conversation.
Yeah. And actually, you're right. It has to be one conversation.
Yeah.
And make it clear that you don't want to be riding the coattails. So
yeah, not at all. Sometimes what happens is if somebody wants, if somebody in the dynamic has an expensive taste and wants to go to this restaurant, then they have to be okay with the fact that if they're going with somebody who can't afford that, they have to pay that.
Yeah.
That's
but it's not always easy. It's not always easy to accept it.
I find it very hard to accept it.
And it's not always easy to accept it. And I totally get that, right? Because, don't get me wrong, we're all going at the beginning. Oh, how sad is it? Like you're getting brought to all these different restaurants and getting lovely gifts. But it can be a bit,
Yeah. And
kind of, you feel like, well.
I even felt like that. Even there were times when I got, we were somewhere and she would go to pay for something. And I go, no, I'll get this because it's just been too weird now because you've it's just when somebody's constantly buying you stuff, you feel it's a bit weird.
Yeah, I know. It's like our coffee.
Oh, but that's different. You pay for petrol.
I know. Diesel.
Yeah. All the way down.
I'm always afraid when you say petrol instead of diesel. I'm going to put the wrong thing in my car.
I pay €10 for coffee when we record Agony Rants and Niamh puts 80 quid in the tank. And I somehow am okay with that.
And yet I still fight at the thing.
Niamh will still fight to try and pay.
No, but do you know, it's an interesting thing. I totally get but you've got to think about what you're bringing to the relationship here. Clearly you're bringing something because they wouldn't be with you.
Yeah, exactly.
So have one conversation.
So don't be hung up on it because here's the thing. If you marry this man,
this is going to be your life.
And let's just make this clear. I think you should.
If not, pass the number on.
Exactly. If you marry this man, that's going to be your life. You know? So
It is.
you have to get used to feeling initially like you're out of your depth.
But I am going to say this, right? I'm going to play a little bit devil's advocate here, because actually, why should she be the one always making that thing? Surely the other person should also be mindful.
Completely.
You know,
Completely.
so I really mean this. You know, if this person cares about you, it might be a bit early doors yet, but it is true. What you're doing now might set the tone for everything. But at the same time, he or your partner, whatever, they have to kind of really think about the fact of how it affects you.
But
So it's
also-
okay to say that.
It's okay to say it. But there also, to be fair now, there are things you can do.
Yeah.
Like if you are going for a walk, you can buy the coffees. If you are,
Yeah.
all of
And
that
maybe
sort of stuff.
maybe that's a good kind of midsection. Say, look, if we're out having coffee, just let me do that. Just let me do smaller things. I appreciate it's not going to be, but it's all relative. You know,
But also, if he's paying for an expensive weekend away, you can get the dinners.
yeah, no, but honestly, it's not parity because you're not starting from parity. It's all
Yes.
working it out based on percentages. So in other words, if I was earning £100 a week and you were earning £200 a week, or £2 million a week, obviously more likely for you, right?
I mean,
so
why should I be poor if it's hypothetical?
yeah, you know, so in percentages, obviously my coffee would be equivalent to a weekend away for them.
Yes.
You know, so think about that more than the actual, because it's no big, it's not, and obviously if they're coming for money, it's not necessarily the money that they've earned.
And also, maybe they just have it like you.
Maybe they never got loved as young and you're giving them love.
And maybe their thoughts are that they just, sometimes being very wealthy can be quite limiting because
Yeah.
they just know they'd go to all these fine restaurants. But what about, that there are plenty of restaurants that are cheap that you can afford.
Yeah.
So maybe maybe you take the lead a little bit.
And fine,
And go-
and have the conversation and say, look, I'm all for it. I understand we're not starting from the same place. But, every now and then, can you just let me have,
Yeah.
the ability to kind of feel like I'm contributing in
Now,
some
don't
way
go
here.
mad here.
Yeah, no.
Like you're dating a rich person. Don't go mad.
The whole
other thing that
adage,
could play into
nose
this
face thing.
is
Don't cut
this-
your nose off to spite your face.
Is this person famous?
Okay, and?
I'm just curious. Well, if they're famous, then you do have to go to like the slightly more high end places.
No, you don't.
You do know because then you won't get.
No, listen.
Because in those high end places, people don't they're not putting a camera in your face all the time.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
My life is very different to yours. Right?
No,
I
but you
have
don't
to
mind
say
a camera in your face. No, I don't mean me. But like if somebody is,
No, I get it. I get it.
they'll go to a nicer restaurant and
Sure.
they'll know to get left alone. But if you go to somewhere that's maybe not so nice, they'll.
Yeah, but then look at Keanu Reeves. He just goes wherever he wants. He goes on the fucking,
I love Keanu Reeves.
I do too.
Now, the sad thing about him is, God, that man can't act.
Oh,
He's
I don't
one of
care.
the worst actors
I don't
I've
care.
ever seen in anything.
I disagree. I've liked some. I've
Have
liked
you ever
things.
seen him in Speed?
Maybe. Oh yeah.
Maybe you need to liven this man up.
Yeah, I think you're bringing something to the table. They're not necessarily. Why?
Go ziplining. Or axe throwing. Like an adventure afternoon
Yeah.
that you pay for.
Look, let's say one outing out of every 10 you pay for, or every 20 you get to decide. And look,
Do
or
you know
something.
what I will say? I do think rich people who have lived rich,
Yeah.
very boring. They are.
No, they're just different.
It's just very boring.
No, it's not. They never had to know the struggle
There's
of,
just like-
do we have enough money to get home? There's nothing like
Yeah.
the thrill of that.
They've never had to give a hand job for a lift.
Oh my God. That's a story you never told me. Did it happen? Really?
Call me
Did it?
20s.
Are you
No,
just
but
saying
like-
that to make yourself more interesting?
No, I'm not. It wasn't my 20s. I wish.
Oh my God.
No, I always had to pay the taxi man.
I know.
But
Don't be.
no, but I just think that there's a lot of wealthy people that don't go outside of that circle of wealth, and it can be a little bit superficial. And
Yeah.
sometimes to have somebody who is thoughtful, like you are clearly, because you're thinking about this, and has ideas of things they can do that are not centered on fancy restaurants.
Yeah.
And,
But that's a
maybe show him
conversation.
how you live your life. But
Yeah,
it's a conversation.
It's a conversation. I mean, we know that's the heart of everything we do, but this is definitely a conversation. I think really, honestly, you need to not think about, they're coming from money, they're used to money. It's no big deal for them. So, but it's good for you to say, I really appreciate this. So show appreciation, but not that you are beholden, because you're not.
And just in case this doesn't last,
Yeah,
make sure you get
send
as
it.
much as you can. You need to think in those terms. If you feel
we don't just want the experience.
if you start getting the ick,
we want the rocks.
that's when you start asking for presents now. Like as soon as
Get the car.
if you're getting the ick, you'd like a new car, jewelry. You know, really set yourself up here. Maybe a nice little summer house.
I love you so much, honestly.
Well, look, I mean, you've got to get something out of this. If you're, you know,
But when
and then,
we meet people
you know,
who are in, like, the amount of times I meet people who are very well off, right? And they're much better off than I am, right? And I have to be in the same space as mine, living in the same space. And then it's just show that you appreciate what's going on. But actually, you know, it's no big deal to them. Now, it's different if they're shoving it in your face, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, realistically, if they're just where they live, it's not, think about where you're starting. It's to do with percentages
I remember
of what
once
you're
at a
earning.
comedy gig years ago,
Oh, yeah.
this man took out his phone and logged onto his internet banking to show people how much money he had.
Ah, fuck off.
Yeah,
You know,
that happened.
in my head, right? In my head, that person deserves to be hacked and emptied.
I know. I know. I was like, pass the phone up here.
Yeah. Did you?
Pass the phone up here.
Did you? How much was it?
There'll be a direct debit. I didn't look, but people were annoyed.
What's the point in that?
Yeah, I know.
There's no point in that. Anyway, we really want to know how this turns out. But honestly, one conversation.
I think again this is a conversation, but I also think you need to think outside the box because it's very easy when somebody's just making all the plans and all the plans are fab for you just to go, I think I'm going to roll with the plans.
It's okay to roll with the plan.
Yeah.
I will
What
say
are your
this.
principles really worth is what I'm asking.
Okay.
Because
Yeah. No, but I will say this, right? If you offer, you need to say, let me buy this cup of coffee. Just let
Yeah.
that happen. You know, otherwise I'm going to leave you. And
also like what? Like,
but say that other bit on your inner voice.
like what's your plan?
Yeah, what is it you really want?
Do you know what I mean? Instead of going to like a fancy restaurant, you're gonna take him to the zoo.
She might make a bolognese at home with porcini mushrooms. You know, that would be posh and expensive, to be fair.
Would you? Look, let's know how this goes.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have really any advice beyond bitter jealousy. But either way, we would love to know how it turns out.
I think we suggested a couple of good things there.
We did, yeah. But I'm just.
But we're still leaning.
I'm still low level furious.
You're definitely leaning into. I wish that was my life.
I've so much spite for you. I think it's.
Spite is a strong word. It's a strong word.
It is a strong word, but that's just the way I feel, Niamh.
Okay.
I can't change it. And so enjoy your time on the yacht, Kathleen.
I mean, don't get too sad.
Don't get too invested. Do you know what would be hard?
To give it up.
Living the high life and then all of a sudden. Do you remember your woman that, what was her name?
Do you want to go to Butlins next week? What? Oh no, you can't go there anymore.
That she was kind of like a socialite and she was living with your man. Can't say the name.
Okay.
Who had loads of money and then she ended up back in her ma's gaff and... We can't elaborate on the story, but yeah.
I feel we live very different lives when you tell
me. Do you remember? It was a fascinating story, yeah.
We love stories like that.
Niamh, it's been fantastic to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Yes.
It's been wonderful to talk to you, the listener. agonyrants@gmail.com if you want to get in touch. We would love to have your problems. We would love to have your comments, your questions, your, what are they called? Reviews. And for the love of God, follow-ups. Where are the follow-ups? We haven't had a follow-up in weeks.
I know. We really need to know what's going on in your life.
Yes, tell us.
I mean, even if it's a shit show. I just... Sorry, I shouldn't say that word.
I mean, we
even
do.
if we've done the wrong thing.
I mean, the likelihood is.
How are we ever going to learn? How are we ever going to learn if people don't give us the
Other advice podcasts, they sit down, they discuss each one. We are literally cold reading these. Nevertheless, Niamh,
we are where we are.
We are where we are. And we will chat to you next week. There'll be a vintage rant either last week or next week. Who knows? It's always a mystery to us, but it does arrive. Mm-hmm. We have people for that to ensure it does.
We do. Well, we will by the end of the show.
Thank you so much, Hilary.
Oh, we love Hilary.
We love Hilary. She's fantastic.
And her ma.
And her mum, Mrs. Blake. Is it Blake? Oh my God, have I got that wrong?
Just go for it.
It is now. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Anyway,
incognito.
We will chat to you next week. We'll be back here. So we will see you Monday. Mind yourself in the meantime. Bye.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with Head Stuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.